Sexuality is like a piece of fruit, right? Porn is high fructose corn syrup. So when people become so reliant and addicted to the high fructose corn syrup, they forget what it's like to appreciate sexuality in its whole. And when you have a relationship, it's two people in love, forming a connection, forming intimacy. It is the most beautiful thing that as humans we can experience. In my mind, it's two people that are happy and in love with themselves already, and they're joining together because they find more wholeness connecting with each other, and they're sharing experiences of life and love, and it's the most beautiful thing that human beings are able to experience as a species. Connection, intimacy. I mean, that's what makes us human. That's what connects all of us, and that's what we should be seeking. When it comes to relationships, I personally think that it can cause some serious harm and dysfunction in how people relate and communicate with each other. And this is coming from a personal experience I had with my ex-boyfriend. He was lying and doing things behind my back and doing many things that made me feel very insecure about myself and put my own confidence down. And it's taken me a lot of introspection and understanding that that's his own issues, it's not mine, and I can't project any of that onto the world, but I can at least learn from it and hope that other people might gain some insight. So in relationships, I feel that you should be each other's way of exploring your sexuality. You shouldn't be having to rely on the internet to see how the world perceives sex. I mean, it's there's always going to be a fascination with sexuality, but I think it's something that when you're in a relationship, you should be focusing on your partner. You should not be watching porn behind their back. If there is that lack of communication, it just goes to show, where is the foundation of you guys? If you can't communicate, what you're looking for or what you want with each other, you shouldn't have to be doing something behind their back. And in my perspective, I look at it as a form of cheating. I don't really find that fair, especially if you have a partner that's willing to do whatever you want sexually. I don't think that relying on porn is a healthy way moving forward. I think that people need to be focusing more on each other and engaging in what you want and what you need, and exploring that with each other, not having to masturbate and watch something on the internet. And we've become this like voyeur driven culture where we forgot what it's like to have one-on-one connections and intimacy with each other. And that is what a relationship is. And when you're introducing porn into a relationship like that, it takes away a lot of the meaning behind it. And I'm sure there are some people that like to watch together, and that is, by all means, whatever you are into that makes you both happy. Porn should be a tool. It should be a tool when you're single and exploring and you're in your explorative state of life to learn about sexuality in a way. But when it comes to a partnership and a relationship, if you feel like you are having to hide watching porn from your partner, there's something clearly wrong. I feel that unregulated and uncommunicative uses of porn is very toxic to relationships and people in general. And it's something that we need to really be more aware about as a culture. You shouldn't be watching stuff behind your partner's back. You shouldn't be fantasizing and masturbating to other people when you have a partner that loves you, and that maybe they want to be that form of idolization that you're not giving them. And so maybe just think, how can I be less selfish? How can I be more selfless and giving to the person that I want to live my life with? That's what we should be focusing on. It shouldn't be, oh man, I want to watch and see what I can't have. we need to be focusing on what we do have and like what we do have right in front of us and that can appreciate. This whole the grass is greener syndrome is ruining society. I mean, there should be levels of aspirations and motivations all the time, because that keeps us going, that keeps us working towards goals. But when you're so fixated on seeing and seeing things that you don't have instead of appreciating what you do, you lose sense of reality. You lose sense of what it actually matters in this life. And in my opinion, I think that there's way too much addiction in the porn industry. And, you know, I sometimes feel sick to my stomach that I've contributed in the way I have. But my explorations, I feel, in the industry have allowed me to enlighten other people with my perspective. But I feel that human sexuality is something that needs to be explored more intimately with each other, not watching shit on the internet, not watching other people because you're not satisfied with yourself. People have become too used to having this stimulation all the time. And I think it's really sad. It's a really sad thing that's happening to society, and especially the youth that are coming up. But, you know, porn can be a tool, right? It can be a useful tool when you're an adolescent learning to a degree. I mean, obviously, like, it's gonna happen. But as we explore into our adulthood, it shouldn't be such a dominant thing in life. It should be something that, oh, well, eventually I'm going to want to have my partner, and then when I do find the partner, I want to focus and explore with them and not have to use this tool anymore. But people have forgotten that it's just a tool, and they've become so obsessed with it because they see all these things that they don't have. You lose track of appreciating life when you do that. I'm sorry, it's just, you know, this is coming from someone that was in a relationship. I would have given anything to my partner, and instead of communicating about it, he was deliberately hiding shit behind my back, you know? And it shouldn't be like that. A partnership shouldn't be like that. It should be two people communicating and wanting to love each other and wanting to help each other grow. Oh, sorry. I just so badly want to see couples be in love and be happy with each other and not have to have this fixation on things they don't have, and just appreciate what you do have.